Hi everyone, I'm Julian. Welcome back to NGN. I'm here with Philiip Boulle, the director of Dawn of War 3. So tell me, Philiip, if I'm a fan of Dawn of War, the original, and Dawn of War 2, what's Dawn of War 3 bringing to the table between those two games?
Well, I'm really excited to say that Dawn of War 3 is bringing together the big army gameplay from Dawn of War 1 and the awesome elite heroes from Dawn of War 2. That's really the chocolate and peanut butter that creates Dawn of War 3.
So we had, like, in Dawn of War, the original, right, those epic armies and the base building, and then in the second one, we had the more intimate feel with the heroes, with their special abilities, and now we're going to get some of that again, right? We're going to get Gabriel Angelos is going to be coming back.
Absolutely. He'll be there, and he's bringing his hammer
With his
him.
big hammer.
Yeah, so the really fun thing we wanted to do is bring those cool heroes and put them in the middle of that big army. So you sort of have some gameplay choices there. Do you want to spend your attention on those 10 squads of Space Marines, or are you going to spend most of your attention on Gabriel and Lady Solaria, the big Imperial Knight, and those heroes? Both of those are perfectly legitimate ways to play, and I think it creates a lot of interesting strategic depth.
So you guys are going to have a first-player or a single-player story mode. Are you guys going to have like the army that you build up continue with you through the game, or how's the single-player going to kind of evolve?
So our single-player campaign actually goes through all three of the armies that we're shipping with. So you'll, in a round-robin fashion, so you'll play a Space Marine mission, followed by an Orc mission, followed by an Eldar mission, back to a Space Marine mission. This means that by the end of the campaign, you'll have built up a roster of heroes in all three factions, and you can then take those into the multiplayer space. Now, we're not talking in too much detail about multiplayer right now, but I can tell you we're going to ship with a full, robust multiplayer. You'll be able to play against and with your friends in multiplayer on day one.
So the army you build, though, in single player is going to have an effect and a carryover in multiplayer. That's really cool. So also along in this game, I've also noticed some big new weapons. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Each faction has a super ability that's sort of at the top of their tech tree. It's their late game, coup de grace at the end.
The FU button, right?
For the Space Marines, it's Orbital Bombardment. Now, we've had abilities called Orbital Bombardment before, but never like this. This is a space laser that's like the finger of God across the screen.
Yeah.
What's really great about it is it's full of gameplay. You cast it, but then you can drive it around like a squad, so there's a skill element. The enemy can move troops out of the way, so there's counterplay, and there's even more interesting, deeper counterplay where the more units it hits, the bigger it gets, but it slows down. So it's actually a legitimate way to deal with it if it's being done against you, to send cheap disposable units to die and pull your more expensive units out of there.
Yeah, if you're orcs, you just throw little underlings in there and you're good to go. You can basically counteract that super weapon. That's really interesting. So is there anything else you want to talk about in this Warhammer 40K new installment that you're really excited about?
Well, I've got to mention Lady Solaria, the Imperial Knight, who is the best RTS unit we have ever made, and we've been making RTS units for a long time. She is this 14-meter tall robot with...
What is that in American units?
Let's see.
It's about that's an attack of a 50-foot tall woman.
It is attack of a 50-foot tall robot with Gatling guns for arms, because why not?
And some flamethrowers too, right?
Yes, flamethrowers and missile pods and all kinds of destruction, and she just feels great to move around. She delivers firepower in a really unprecedented way. She's just great.
And also, I've got to ask, for the PC gaming community, what are we looking for in terms of mod support?
So mods have been really important to Dawn of War. Both Dawn of War sort of came out before the Steam Workshop Renaissance, but they've still had some really great mods. So we definitely will be having mod support. We're just not ready to talk about specific timetables and tools and so on.
All right, speaking of timetables, when can we expect Dawn of War 3?
2017.
Just 2017, just a blanket statement.
Well, okay, I'll be more precise. It's between January and December.
Okay, you got it, guys. Between January and December 2017, Dawn of War 3. Check it out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.